Good afternoon and welcome. We're going back to EU4 and the gnomish hierarchy camp. I think I've resolved the issue from last time and the save file is working again. But we'll have to wait and see. I didn't want to let it roll ahead too far. I just wanted to see if it would crash again immediately, but saving, reloading and looking at the error log seems to have resolved things. Still not quite sure what the exact cause for the crash was, but sometimes these things just... The live scene? Oh, why is that there? Got the menu from VC face still visible. Oh yeah, should be working again. We'll see. If not, I do have backup plans. We left off technically just after, I think, finishing the war in the north, but unfortunately with the crash we've rolled back a little to just before signing the peace treaty for that. Also dealing with some issues with uprisings in the colonies, but nothing that can't be resolved. I think there's an army somewhere that I need to ship across the ocean, because I think that's been rolled back. Not quite sure. Anyway, here we are again. So yeah, this war we're just on the end of, and I think there was something or other here. This colony had an uprising. Yeah, there's almost no one here. And at some point this army needs to be ferried across. But currently the transport ships are up here because they're dealing with this stuff. Alright, so let's see. No manpower again. Always the way when you're doing a lot of conquering. I want their New World stuff. And I want this one, right? Yeah, provinces with trade in... I think not the capital, because that's very expensive. Yeah, something like this. Let's see which provinces are cheaper around here. 4%, 5%, 5%. 5. Yeah, I think this is about as good as it gets. Wait, we need one here to actually connect that up. Yeah, something like this. Theoretically speaking, I would like to take these two provinces as well, so that I have a land route to this stuff I own over here. But that would mean giving up the stuff in the New World. And I've got enough ships I can ferry guys across. Now last time I wanted to let it tick up, so I've got enough admin to actually core all this. It doesn't even take us to 100% overextension though. Have I caught this stuff over here? Is that all finished? No. We'll try it again, I think. What I was doing last time, so sit on this war for a little while. Because we're not getting call for peace yet. And we shouldn't, because we're not occupying any of the stuff over here. For the time being, we've got access to this directly. I can afford... Actually, I can just split the fleet up, can't I? I don't usually micro my ships a lot, to be honest. I just kind of make one massive Doom fleet, and then way later in the game, when you have more ships than you know what to do with, split it into 2 Doom fleets. Because in vanilla, you kind of need one for the Mediterranean and the stuff on the west, and then another one for the Indian Ocean and all the stuff in the east. Okay, which fleet has taken the job? Which ship are you... Really? No, that's the last fleet that should be doing this. You should be protecting trade. Give me those transports. Put them over here. I'm pretty sure something's just gotten split up in a way it shouldn't have. Now you've got rebels. Endless problems. Endless problems. No, protect trade on the Dragon Code. There we go. You guys are fine there. And now this army. I'd like to use No Comes Squadron. Yes. Excellent. You guys are still off doing stuff down here. Okay. And what's this other 5 back? You're sitting here. Should really be set on that colony. Which also reminds me, we have a free colonist available. Let's bring him over there. Okay. Just in case there's any more issues cropping up, I don't think there should be, but just in case, we are going to save along the way. Come on. I don't know why the computer is struggling so much. The graphics card is a little outdated. It has a pretty good CPU, but the graphics card is a little dated. I do have a replacement on the way, hopefully next week, so should be able to run things a little smoother then. Should be able to play a few games that I haven't been able to because my computer simply would not be able to handle them. Been looking at maybe playing Warhammer Fantasy 3. Hang on, I just got a pop-up on Twitch. Unsure about what happened there. I saw something pop up for a moment and then it went away. What was that? Twitch, you can't you can't give me pop-ups on my stream manager and then just have them disappear. Wait. What was that? Okay, well, it's gone. It is simply not there anymore. Whatever it was, it can't have been that important if it disappears instantly. I hope. This is where I find out that, I don't know, the VOD isn't recording anymore or something like that. We can upgrade these. What do they give me? Open promises in region, attrition, local death cost, goods produced. Death cost, goods produced, tolerance of a true faith, looting speed. I think my money is better spent elsewhere. Like on this. There we go. Much better. Get me some of these. Get me these. Price have risen up. Only a small stack though. I really need to look up the lore at some point on what the entire deal over here is, if we even know. The Cardinal Sea. Also, still don't know what this modifier is. FLI Roots Dormant. I assume there's going to be some disaster that will absolutely ruin me as a result of these later. I'm not sure if this down here is actually colonizable. All this, really? Mushroom Forest. Huh. I kind of figured it would be just around the edge of the coasts like up here, but no, we've got a whole bunch of stuff inland. So at the moment it looks like these guys and whoever's hiding under here are gonna get to it first. We'll find out. I really need to, at some point, deal with the other colonizers because they are snapping up every last little spot available. The AI is not as good as a player is at conquering native nations. But that's not to say that they can't do it at all. Sure, let them in. Yeah, it's not to say that they can't do it at all. Certainly in vanilla, Spain usually puts a pretty good effort in towards conquering Mexico. We've got plenty of loyalty, we can make them lower prices. I'm gonna refresh this page over here on my stream manager because I think something's not working. Okay, we are close to the amount of admin we need to core everything. And we're also reasonably close to these cores finishing, so we won't be at over 100% overextension. It's not the worst thing to be over, you know, overextension is just a number, same as aggressive expansion. But if you've got the opportunity to avoid it, then why not do so? There's no reason to actively put yourself in a more difficult situation. Is there anywhere here where you can actually stand and be fine? Ah, there is. Very good. I honestly didn't expect there to be. I thought they just have to suffer attrition, which would not be great given my already strained manpower supplies. I still need some, like, 10,000 dudes to resupply? 7,500. Subterrane. The artifice continues wonderfully. What have you got for me now? Operational communicator, vendorless stall, gives trade efficiency, tax modifier, inflation reduction, interest. Artillery autoless, artillery combat ability. Yes, no question. You're kidding? Out of those options, I'm absolutely taking that. We could probably afford to activate another invention. We have also reached tier 3 now. No unique convention, which is kind of surprising. I really expected that out of all the nations, the gnomish hierarchy of would get unique artifice stuff. We get some cultural one with improved relations, which is nice, but not a unique one. Let's go. Okay. Think quick drink mix for 5% power cost. And Karashi drills. Ah, the drills are for getting into the temples over in The name escapes me. What's this place? Hallis. Empire engine. Alright, a tier 2 will take 20 capacity, which we don't have. Is there any of these that are really, really appealing, so I might ditch something I've got for this instead? I don't think so. Another 25% improved relations would be good. Core creation costs, 10%. Yeah, what can we drop for that? Build tariffs, treasure fleet income, trade efficiency, admin efficiency, trade range, trade steering. I think that might be the one we'd give up. Siege ability, morale damage, trade range, trade steering. Yeah, deactivate that and give me core creation cost instead. Very nice. What is my core creation cost modifier at the moment? I have taken admin ideas, haven't I? What happens when you take a break for even a moment from a game and play a couple others in between? You lose complete track of what you're doing. No, exploration, expansion, offensive, so we do not have admin ideas because I've been feeding stuff to colonies, so I haven't actually needed to core a lot personally. It's not really necessary until we turn our eyes back to the mainland here. Any core creation cost in our ideas? Doesn't look like it. Okay, modifier. Admin tech cost 34%, lovely. Overall losing admin efficiency because of the theocracy and gnome administration, which is unfortunate. 20% all power cost, innovatives and golden era. Right. Okay, see. The core creation cost 3.5%. Oh, so war extortion is almost entirely cancelling out our bonus at the moment. And that one is our only bonus. Very, very. Okay, as soon as these finish, we will end the war. 60 Diplo, yeah. To get rid of that big creation cost malice. Reformation. What are we doing on professionalism? Pretty good. We do have that passive gain from hierarchy traditions, which is a very small amount, but it adds up when you are playing over centuries. 200 mil power, 200 dip power, or 100 of each, plus bonuses to army and navy. We're not finishing an idea group at the moment, and we are ahead of time and have an embrace institution. Dip and mill, let's take both. If admin were a choice, I'd go all in on admin. So that's really the one we want to get to Tech 14 first for the idea group. In fact, I'm going to shift focus to admin. We're going to need a lot of it. We're about to spend a whole ton on coring, and then we need to take a tech, and then we need to take an idea group, and chances are I'm either taking a mill group or I'm taking admin ideas and getting ready to turn on the continent. Taking attrition now. Do we have a winter modifier? Yeah, winter. Okay, all that is part of our patrimony. Oh, and now provinces have gotten more expensive. These are all connected, so we can afford to give that one up. And we'll still have land access across over to here. And then take this instead. That way I don't have to give up any of the provinces in the New World. I think that's the best move. Alright, anyone dislike us over Ispianic who we'll have a truce with, because that's what we're at war with. Noratica, I don't care. Gulvis, I don't care. Plumstead, Vegason, Irvixton is these idiots. The Kalsani Trading Company and Asraport. Yeah, we're good. None of these people have the slightest ability to stop us. And now... Oh right, and enforce religion on you. Okay, fair enough. You've got plenty of reason to be upset. Or everything, except we can't core these because they are inland. Also, who has this? You guys. This is part of your colonial region. Interesting. But this isn't. So these three must be part of this then. Kind of unfortunate. I think I need to repurpose someone to come to the coast here and get me access so that I can actually core my land. Donkost wants us to support independence. No, you guys still haven't declared. Like, it's been so long, you're all disloyal, but none of you are willing to actually declare on Lauren, despite the fact that you've got Garwood, of all people, supporting you. I really kind of thought that at some point during my attack on Laurent, when I was going after Riveria, they would have done something, but nope, never happened. And speaking of, we almost outnumber. Well, we do outnumber them at this point. Wineport is willing to join. Western won't. They're fighting another war. How many troops do you have? Wineport has 41,000 guys. Epac Lauren. I think you'd be an idiot too. Revolution Laurent only brings in like Wex, Ruby Hold. Or people I really care about. Part of me wants to jump on any perceived opportunity, but part of me also recognizes that there is some value in being careful for a moment. Let's bring you... Okay, there's a province that can actually handle the troops. My transport fleet doing, please? Oh, you've got no morale, you can't move. Wesdam is requesting that we come to their aid in the Westamirian conquest of Ixof against Semirses. Conquest against Semirses. I'd prefer you didn't, to be honest, but I do kind of value that alliance a little. Fine. But I'm not joining in, my colonies can handle all that stuff in the New World. It's here. You own all of this stuff and you want the rest of it, but I've also got interests here. Hopefully my colonies occupy more stuff and quicker. Then it will go to us instead of them, but it doesn't look like it right now. It looks like West Ham is going to get in there. Twice they even needed our help. They seem to have the advantage in ships. Oh, we've got mill access. Okay. You're granting mill access to Western, I guess? Savino? I'm not sure. A core, excellent. Someone has risen up. Go deal with it. Great projects is just these two again. can I put this all into each company. Just everything. It's so nice to not need to fuss about what's being converted yet and what hasn't. Because it's simply, this I shouldn't because that's going to be a colonial nation, this one I can. Because it simply doesn't matter. I'm going to harmonize it all anyway. I don't have to fuss about conversions. Meridian group, when harmonized, gives us yearly prestige. That's worthless. But I'm doing it anyway. We're at full harmony and we barely lose any while harmonizing. Okay, there we go. Finally building up manpower again. And 3 merchants have just materialized out of the ether. Okay, this can be redirected over our way. We're already there. I'm able to send merchant because it's not in range. Kind of done it to myself, haven't I? You over here, get this chain going longer. And sure, let's nab the trade from that direction as well. We're currently making 58 ducats. Let's wait for them all to arrive and then check the value again. Colony is done, good. The next one. You guys still need a minute. Right, you should be suppressing rebels. This newly conquered land. Tap it as well. Extend your range to cover that, and maybe we can get a supply depot? Yeah. Do I need to build courthouses since I've barely conquered? No, we're at over half, but not that much. There is the question of would it be good to invest in them now before I actively need them? But I think the answer is it would be better to invest in stuff that makes money and then just be able to buy even more of them later. Oh, this is one of those gain a thing events, but we don't even need it because we've got a 666. Love republics. Love republics with rulers that can live for centuries at a time. That's only colonial range, no settler increase or anything like that. Everything is pretty much running smoothly. Rebels are rising up over here, that doesn't matter. It might be a little irritating if they rise up on this island, actually. No, go by ship. You need to get there before they occupy that. Because this colony is still small and new, it will not survive getting it. Right, 58 it was, and now we're making 64. There we go. Not a huge increase, but better than nothing. Actually, what is our total income? 144. That's still not a great amount, to be honest. We have a look in the ledger. Where do I see income? Here. Oh, we are making the most money. Huh. We don't have the highest development. We... more max manpower than Western Command. They might not be on here because we don't see them yet. Because they're definitely Yeah, 2,000 development. I have 1,460 taking my subjects into account. The command just has 2,000 on their own. Ooh! We can never go to Hallis. This place is screwed beyond comprehension. I so desperately want to be able to see what's happening over here. Maybe I should steal maps from someone? Yeah. Let's see if I can build up a spy network and steal maps from them. I'm so curious. It doesn't change anything about our game over in Amberna and in the Empire, but I'm so curious how bad the command has gotten. It continues to look like Coronite is just not going to be able to get a foothold in the Empire. In fact, the Emperor is still gaining authority. That's horrible. I'm going to need to dismantle this thing. I'm going to join a League while at war. Moonhaven and Silverforge. Like, who's in here? I mean, there are some large nations in here. Actually, more than I'd expected. Hang on. You're not even foreign knight. Huh? You're not... I was looking at this and being like, yeah, this isn't enough Coronite on the map for them to win, but there's a bunch of... Is it just everyone who doesn't like the Emperor and Hell's Edge is a particularly contentious nation? You're all backing Vern. West Ham is backing Coronite League. This doesn't make any sense. None of you guys can... Like... You're not gonna be Emperor if this goes through. Corvoria... Okay, you're at least Coronite. I mean, hey, this is ideal for me, because if they win, which it actually looks like they will, then half of them aren't eligible to be Emperor anyway. So the Empire will get massive penalties to Imperial authority from Heretic Princess. They're gonna screw themselves over. Excellent. What's that saying? Don't interrupt your enemy when they're making a mistake? I'm just not gonna get involved in the League War. That is fully not my problem. Have fun over there, you guys. What's our max manpower? 103,000. Okay. We want to let that build up a bit, and we also want to get the printing press. It looks like it's spreading in all our provinces, so get me advancement effort everywhere. Yeah, rebels have risen up, that's fine. We have armies in position to deal with it. One of the upsides in theory of having a somewhat smaller country, what's happening over here? And one of our units is exiled. Reform the Oran Nayu faith, integrate your subject, which means you've just deleted someone off a map that I was having no access through. Curse all of you. Genuinely. Curse all of you. Another uprising. We still have access through there and we still don't want it. Go by boat. It's faster. Close to coring all of this. Oh, there's always so many things to keep track of. I have to say, I was a bit skeptical at first, but some of the stuff I've been seeing recently about EU5 has got me fairly interested in terms of what kind of stuff you can do and what you have to manage and keep track of in that game. I was a bit concerned, and to be honest, I still am a little concerned that they're going to optimize the fun out of the game in the pursuit of realism. But I'm less worried about it than I was. I'm going kind of around because I want to box in provinces as much as possible so that others can't colonize them. Yeah, I still have concerns in that regard about what we're seeing from the game, but I've also seen some features that are quite interesting and they might be exciting. Assuming that the game has enough room for you to still do stuff like world conquest and one faith front. It looks like it will be very satisfying to kind of build that stuff up from the front and have it slowly and kind of naturally spread. Like the way that they're doing the pop system means that stuff like quarter converting will probably feel a lot more organic. Alright, there's all the explorers. Oh, the explorers. Back. Explore the Gulf of Rahen. We must be almost done with the exploration. We still don't have range over here. We do have range up here for some reason. We come at this from the other side. But not on this. Actually, are these even properly colonizable? They don't even have names yet. I don't actually know what the current dev focus is. Oh. Look, the Lake Federation has unified. And they're attacking. That's bad. Yeah, I don't know what the current development focus is. I think there was some talk about redoing some of the mission trees over in Escan and Canal, but I don't know if that's still the plan. I really think that they should focus on adding new mission trees before redoing old ones, but I get why the interest is there, and ultimately community project, what gets made is simply what people are interested in. I think there's a lot of work still to be done in the Sahel and the Salahad, but I don't know if anyone's working on it. I hop into the Discord every now and then and see what's being discussed and such, but I haven't paid close enough attention recently to be well informed on what the direction of what is taking is. I guess I'll dev the capital a little. Only costs 42 even though we're at 30 development, so that's pretty good. Can't build a mage tower because we've got artifice instead. Okay, there's printing press. Maybe in the neighbouring province too? We do have a lot of points. Get them all down to around 700. There we go. Like this we should be able to take out and get the institution and then get the techs quite comfortably. Rebels, actual regular rebels. I'm not sure my no general 5k stack can beat an 8k stack of actual rebels. They've got like cavalry and stuff. We have to try. We do get some decent combat bonuses, so hopefully they'll be fine. This is just the same two kobold things again. Ooh, we've got better morale. Lost a lot of men, but that's fine. I want to spend stuff just to get rid of this pop-up. Actually, I can click it away. I can just click it away. I usually don't like to do that because then I forget about stuff that I actually did want to do, just not at that exact moment. Guards decide to accept knowledge sharing, good for them. There's another. Oh, you're back. You go over there. We can no longer claim that this would be a rival part of our realm. Yeah, but they've got a CB on them, so that's fine. We did manage to occupy this, which is excellent. The rest of them seems to be entirely untouched. They are losing that war though, because Westham has occupied the war goal. Oh, Westham's landed over here as well. I sincerely hope they don't manage to take any of that. Subjects not dealing with rebels. Oh, and someone rose up and... Oh, these guys that I was on the way to deal with, we just didn't get there in time. I thought I'd missed an uprising, but no. You're just slow. Give you your general back. So I don't forget that for later. Hang on. What are you using for transport? Okay, this is the right guys. I should conquer these ones. Why don't you have flames on them? Do my colonies get missions? Lebsinken. Just the regular ones. But I mean, the build to force limit mission is pretty good. Why aren't you doing that? You have no money. Pay off debts and let's send... Economy actions. Give. Let's give you like 500 ducats. Sort yourself out. Hmm? Build some buildings. Get some actual income over here. Oh, we're not gonna make it. Nope. Let them in. I'm not even looking anymore at this point at who we're letting in. It's just, yeah, give me more integration. And 3,000 isn't here. Where are you guys? Particularists? Oh. I don't really want to deal with particularists at the moment. Where are you trying to rise up? Obfrog. Obfrog. Rod Cod. This language is a disaster. In like the best way possible. My genuine admiration for whoever on the mod team is responsible for this. Curse you. Explore Gulf of Francos. Okay, so this is all of the sea explored. And we're about to get a little bit more insight onto what's going on over here. Okay, so you're gone and you're rising up. Here, let's just... Oh, I can't even provoke revolt because I'm in Westham's war. Irritating. Control that, good. You're exploring some more over here. And you have a treasure fleet, good. Okay, let me know when you get over there. In the meantime, how are we looking? Alright, we've got the required amount and we'll have enough money in just a second. Nowhere left to explore. We only have range to go one tile in here. Oh no, that wasn't the ship, that was the dude. What do you mean there's nowhere left? But all this over here. At some point I think I just have to get rid of these guys and accept that we're not going to see what's in here until we conquer it. We've got almost everywhere up here, not these guys though. Maybe I should test if they can... I think I already have tested and they can't march in here. Pretty sure we can get through some of these guys though. Let's not fuss with it anymore. Getting back over here. And now seen to Bouvari. Okay, what's your status? Allied with these guys. Allied with Jehenera. So they still exist. Considering the Jad are coming along the coast though, I can't imagine the actual Raj is still in one piece. Colony is finished up here. Get to the next one. And we can embrace the Institute. Printing press. Good, we're still ages ahead of time, but almost about to get... I think I won't take the tech, but then again we're also at the limit, so it's either... I shouldn't say waste points deving, but it feels like it is either waste points deving or waste points taking it early. Either way it's not contributing to what I'm actually after. Can I guess spend a tick on this? Give me that prosperity. Who's actually raiding it? Raided coast, but it doesn't tell us who from. Can't be anyone too far away. All the edicts? I think so. Yeah. Okay. So we have manpower, we've got the institution, we have the New World mostly under control. Could take tech. Is now a good time to look into attacking Garland. We also have another like 27 guys we can, 27,000 guys we can. That would require some more manpower. Combat width is 27, we are fielding 32 width. Let's get you both some more cannons. And what group do I want to take? Admin or another military group? And do we start looking at switching over to the artificer regiments? Now we're making enough money per month to build one each month. Yeah, we probably don't need the mill group if we're taking artificer nonsense, so admin ideas. Give me that. And take this. How many? 14. So you need another 2. There we go. Strong stacks. And we'll start building. We'll start building artificer infantry soon. Plus 46 a pop. They've gone down a bit actually. They were like 50 something before. We can field 66 of them. We can build a full army stack. 2 even really. We can build 2 full army stacks of artificers. Finish out the lower tier with the apparitional communicator. I know we've just unlocked a high tier and there's cool stuff in it, but we absolutely do not have the capacity for any of that cool stuff. Let's just clean up and pull everything out. I don't want to state this, or this, or this, or this, or this. Okay, all the potential states are actually colonial nation territory. 101,000, but we become 102,000. Versus 84. You've gone down, your army is smaller. A bunch of manpower. We're equal on tech. The temptation is real. Derwick and Kugeldir will defend. Everan and Eberfell are both preoccupied, which is huge because Eberfell would be an actual opponent. You've got 1.48 corruption, you have quality and offensive ideas. Ooh. Conquest of... We're down here, right? This is where we have our claims. Ah, along here. So conquest of Lord and Crags. Go for it. Our economy is more than strong enough that if this ends up being a mistake, we can just overwhelm them with mercenaries. Absolutely no way that this doesn't end in our favor. Just a question of how swiftly. Alright, where's your last dude? Come on. It doesn't take this long to hire a single cannon. You really need to sit in the middle here, but you can reach both the upper and lower colonies in time. The second time now that the colony's gotten damaged because they were just too slow. Okay, there's that last cannon. Mill access from a whole bunch of guys. Has the League War kicked off? Yeah. War for the Coronite League. Absolutely. Have all the mill access you want. Tear each other apart. Adventurers, loyalty, and influence. How influential are the adventurers right now? Not at all. In which case, yeah. Or the ship cost? It doesn't really matter. Alright, you are good. Head on over here. Our fleet is just coincidentally exactly the size they need to be. Take the tech. We got that lined up perfectly, huh? Down here. And you're only in this way, you haven't joined the league. Oh, didn't even need thingy. Was the mirroring conquest of Ixof finally concludes. Samirsas will cede Ixof to Western, will cede Zulaf to New Modab. to garnish it. So we get 2 provinces out of this, actually. I'm happy with that. Infantry fire, combat with, and higher level forts. Oh god, is it going to be expensive leveling up all the forts. But we'll have to if we want the army tradition decay reduction. Oh, stings. How do our armies compare? We've got more morale, you have more discipline, you have more acting. From technology, from discipline. What more advisor have we got? Morale guy. Means we can't even really ditch him because we would be worse off. And wow, Howard's military is good. Unfortunately. Oh, we're already locked in. I was about to say we shouldn't take this fight, all things considered. But we're already locked in. Let's not drag it out, just retreat back to the fort. Someone has risen up once again. Get over there. There's a far too small stack to be engaging on me, really. The reinforcements are coming in, but they're too slow. Over there. I won the siege, good. Go on to the next one. I mean, I guess as long as they keep being distracted up here, it gives us the opportunity to occupy a bunch of stuff down there, and we keep the war goal. Hey, please don't stack wipe my army here. That would be disastrous beyond measure. Bring the dudes up. Okay, they're trapped in here. Can I intercept them? Take manual control. Because fleets are shockingly bad at hunting down other fleets. Alright. Oh no, by sea. What is this fleet called? Gnomish fleet. Yeah. Bring them over. Attack that directly. And in the process we lure some dudes away. Means we can come back over here. Privileges have to be earned. That's still a little bit too big of an army. Oh, colony finished. And a new colonial nation. Good, you can head up here now and be focused on that. This other guy can come up here. Let's move you over here in the middle so you have an easier time going there and there. Okay, how do I best approach this? I really don't want them to take this fort, but I really don't think I have any way of preventing it. Let's at least not get the disembarkation penalty. By landing these guys here. Another uprising. I'm tempted to go back to the minus 100% native uprising policy. This is just straight up better. If you've got a stack out there to keep everything under control, my god, is it a hassle having to micromanage all the time. And there goes the fort. Well, let's just take it back. While you're in port, you can switch to the latest units. Okay, they're not willing to take that fight. Let's take a bunch of ships that are not currently repairing. And bring them out so they can contribute to the siege. Oh, this where's support on this? You now control the province. You guys are all split up down here. There's two larger stacks, but they're not together. These guys are turning around. Okay, we've gotten them off the siege, but also our stack is getting severely hurt. Okay, that was, I'm pretty sure that was almost a stack wipe. They almost just stack wiped me, just casually. How is Garwood's army this strong? It's a little unreasonable, don't you think? They're going to take the war goal back. Ugh. Okay. This is a lesson that I struggle to internalize a lot. But it's one that I'm starting to learn. There is no good in faffing around. You hurt yourself more in the long run, dragging out a war unnecessarily by trying to avoid overcommitting, than just committing properly and finishing the thing. 31k stack, nice. So let's just casually go to almost twice our supply limit and get this done. Alright, we can have up to 6 generals, so let's go all out on the... We control the province, good, take the next one. Recombine these fleets. Lesser naval... we've got naval supremacy by default, we don't need to use event nonsense for it. Lost the siege of Newcomb, that's very unfortunate. Alright, these guys all need a minute to build up to morale. We'll send a small one down there. And these larger ones can start making their way down south, and then we want to go up through here and engage with their armies. We control the province, good. Merge you back together, and once you're done repairing, hunt enemy fleets in... yeah, in the north. Or Giant's Grave Sea? No. In the northern four. If these guys want to hang around in here, that's fine. I kind of just want them off of my stuff over here. Okay, you guys need a couple more month takes to be up to par. There's no one currently on the war goal. So let's move in on that. Colonies finished, great. Make the next one. Uprising here. And once you're done with that, you can move over there with ships as well. Alright, war. 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60-ish thousand guys scattered across this. A lot, but not more than we can handle. You both have some cannons, so let's one of you head over to their fort. We've taken the war goal. Can I get you off of this siege? You get onto that siege. You're not moving. Wait to see if this take goes through, if they succeed on this. Yeah, they do, of course. Alright, unlucky for us. But not that big of an issue. We'll just take it back. While those two are sieging these down, you can come back and occupy these. This army up here, yeah, they're not big enough to deal with that much, but also they've pulled the entire Garedian army off of what we're doing down here, and down here is where the war goal is. So this is really what matters. If you want to get distracted sieging down random provinces of mine all the way up to the north, I highly encourage you to do so. Gets you out of my hair, that's fantastic. Meanwhile, we occupy this entire thing, start pushing north, and once this front and this front join up here, they'll be completely outnumbered. Give me some more admin. We control the province here, they control the province there, that's fine. Okay, you're moving off there, so let's get you guys... Okay, how much do you have here? 15,000. Let's engage on that. This is our fort on the hill, so we get the upper hand on dice rolls. Morale and... Okay, Kugeldir is not as strong as Garwed. None of this absolute mess over here is looking to engage with my army. Reassessment survey, yes, always. And occupy that. Head up here. If these can stick around here and support that army during its siege, and get a couple of the surrounding provinces in the process. But a straight shot towards the capital from down here. So that's where these guys will go when they finish that in a second. Control the province here, we can take that province too. Their fleet cannot possibly hope to match ours. Alright, it's looking pretty likely that we win this. So what happens if we just take all the province we have a claim on? No one minds. Everyone minds. Taking provinces vaguely close to the Empire. Ah, so expensive. Okay, what about this instead? Let's join up our land to the north. Okay. They're a lot less bothered if we take land up here. The Magisterium, Exodus, Reveria, Dame's Crown, Derwig, Laurent. Yeah, Laurent can hate me. Okay. Vertesk. Okay, this will have to do. Bit over half what we could take. But we do also need to recover a bunch of the money that we're spending on this war. It's always the important thing to keep in mind when you're running a horde campaign. You want to be taking full war reps and then spend whatever's left over on provinces, because your money generation is lackluster to say the least. Oh, we've captured their flagship, very nice. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure that captured flagships don't have the same bonuses that they would. Okay. So now we need to get a guy over here. And what's the most likely to give me view of the command? Rahan Coast. If they haven't gone completely mad, then they probably don't stretch as far down as this. I don't know if it has to be an actual unit as in an army, or if just a ship in an adjacent region will count. But let's get some guys over there. Test. Howard now fielding 121,000 guys out of manpower, similar to me. But the player is always better at full committing to the death war. just the way it is. We can kick these guys out of that province straight into the waiting arms of my army. Or not, because those guys are going to engage on us. Let's keep him here anyway, so this army is stuck. Kugeldeer's occupied something somewhere. Oh, I hope they're not in the world. No, there's no way. We have so many colonies, actually powerful colonies, who are not helping. Haven't seen a single one of their armies over here, nor have I seen anything from my vassal. They're just sitting here. Idiots, all of them. Trade efficiency or just flat cash? Give me flat cash. We have 1v siege. There's still a lot of Gawa dudes running around here, so let's not engage on them. You gonna go defend your capital or something? Or are we just gonna have a stare off over here? We are generally going to be able to close like all this off and claim it for our colony. Excellent. Okay, it looks like we're just having a stare off for a little while. This is only a one province wide corridor. We can hold it. Alright, these guys are coming up, so now if they do engage on this, our armies are in position to intercede. We can start occupying some of these provinces. Okay, they're grouping up in a massive death stack. Enjoy eating all that attrition, my friend. I don't know what you think you're achieving over here, but I will happily watch them bleed themselves out. Is it happening? Are you engaging? No? No, you're scared. This many of my troops all in one place, then they back off. We've lost the siege of Kirkland, that's unfortunate. Okay, you come over here. You go reinforce that. You go reinforce that. And hey, let's not be cocky, we might still lose this. You go reinforce that. Harmonization progress always. Oop, just in time. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we can take an idea. Ideally we get a 25% core creation cost before this war ends, so we can take advantage of it. There's nothing accessible left up here to send a colonist to this, but that requires me to finish one of these. A little bit of land left in there. Can I come all the way down through here? Yeah, that's all colonizable land. Okay, fine. Ah, but I can't go here. No, I just don't have a colonist to send. Oh, because I took this guy off of here so that I could colonize up there. Because I wanted to get the thing, the wasteland province that was between me and the provinces I couldn't reach to core. Okay, you head up here and deal with the fort. Only completed. A new Codorin. Excellent. You over here. carpet siege these guys. You can hunt in the Northern 4 at your own discretion. Come on, how long is it going to take to get their capital finally? Unsiege my stuff so I don't get so much war exhaustion. Alright, we've got it. Bring our armies down to fight them. Hmm. 4.7, 4.6, 1.92, 110, 150. Our armies really should be on like close to even standing just based off of that, but they must have some good combat ability modifiers. High naval... Oh, right. I sent you over here so I can steal maps of Bomden. There it is. The command. 183,000 dudes. Couple techs behind. 34,000 in reserves. Allied with Bushakton, rivaled to the Jadari. Interesting, interesting. Thunder Fist, Blood Song, Jade March. Yeah, that's all pretty standard. Okay. But still, they're 2,175. They've gained another 100 death over the last hour of me playing. They're well into the Raj, it looks like, but they haven't expanded as much east. I imagine the one... Oh yeah, that's Askar, so the Wanzia is gone. Scary. Okay, you return to... What is my nearest port? I guess probably this. Yeah, it's either head down there or head up across the ocean and over to here, and I think down and around will be easier on you. Okay, much more painful battle than I really... Okay, or I just lose the fleet. I guess they're redundant at this point anyway, because I've explored the entire sea. Much more painful battle down here than I would have liked. Ouch. But we won it, so that's the important thing. People rising up. We have a merchant. Probably from one of these trade nodes, because we've got influence here thanks to occupying so much of Garved. They're still only just reaching 50%. I guess we haven't done that much in terms of beating their armies. You're going up there? Huh? Just gonna blockade this strait then, my friend. Split me off some ships. Maybe not these guys. Split me off these guys. Here. Support vents. Clean up control province. Yeah, deal with my rebels for me while you're at it. Love that. Okay, and you're stuck there. Always one of my favorite things, neutralizing entire armies with fleets. You can get the entire 100,000 Ottoman army stuck onto Corfu. Few better feelings in the entire game. Give me the money. I know it's probably usually the better option to take advantage of a trend if you're making so much income from trade. Whatever. I don't want to have to do the calculations to figure out if it's actually better, so I'll just take the guaranteed cash. We have one rat siege, good. Head down here, show me what's going on deeper in. There shouldn't be that many troops still kicking around. Besides Garwood, it's Derwick, who's some tiny guy down here I don't care about, and Kugdir in this war. Kugdir is kind of awkward to reach. They also don't have a huge amount of troops. Hammerholm, Counsleek, and Irvikston. Might be that they get attacked and then choose to peace out if we keep pressure on and make it so Garwood is unwilling to join in on the defense call. Which they soon will be, seeing as they're getting severely occupied. Trading in cocoa. Alright, we can recall you. I don't actually need to see any more down there. Try chili meat. We should win this fight. Yeah, I don't need to rush anyone over to help them. Cool. Alright, just keep carpet sieging. I would really like to increase our siege ability by like a lot. Spiders just abseiled from the ceiling right in front of my face. Hello there. Only a tiny one. Yeah, I'd like to increase our siege ability by like a considerable amount. That's not something I can currently do easily. We are also... hard to say whether we're taking more attrition than we're regaining. Our armies remain small overall. Oh, this is an actual castle. Okay. Okay. We'll just have to go and siege it. Let me take a sip. Okay, you go deal with that irritation. You keep getting provinces around here. Form intercept that. Out of the artificers, the merchant guilds. They've needed to retain control. This doesn't in fact crown land, so... yeah, take that. Yeah, your stack still sat on there. Okay, and here is core creation cost. So now we want to get 243. It will probably take longer to get the war score necessary than it will to accrue the admin points required. If you keep running, all that's going to happen is that you run into a castle and give me the defensive bonuses. Thanks a lot. Is the League War still ongoing? Yeah, religious war. Pearl's Edge. Oh. Yeah, unsurprisingly, with all this, Pearl's Edge is losing. The Empire's done. So many of these guys aren't even Coronite. Do you even have enough princes to fill out the elector seats, my dude? Maybe, but they're all gonna be super weak. Well, that's their problem, not mine. On the siege, go to the next one. Yeah, you're occupying some nonsense up here, as if I care. On that. Occupy that. Lost the siege of Myrtle. Can I can walk over to Kugel there. Why do I think there's an L in there? It's Kug dear, not Kugel. One thing is we can get over to them. If we can piece them out, I think that will remove a lot of Garwood's willingness to continue propagating this war. Prosecuting, not propagating. They can't come down here because our fleet has undeniable naval superiority. Ooh, that's a lot of war exhaustion. We're not eager to spend on another diptech, so I'm just going to buy that down a bit. I think out of all of the things that I do in this game, my use of PowerPoints is probably the least pro-level part of my gameplay. Probably the thing I could improve the most. Give me accessing. But it's also a thing that there's so much hassle to get right, preserving every little point. I might need someone to teach me how to play like the multiplayer meta, where deving is everything. Eureka. I did see an interesting Reddit thread a little while ago talking about the multiplayer meta and how it impacts gameplay and how people react to it. I'll reset my drifting off the screen. Yeah, how it impacts gameplay and how people react to it, and it got brought up in the conversation about EU5 and about like AE and gameplay and aggressive, how the AI handles coalitions and stuff like that. And I thought it was very interesting because it did bring up a very good point that the way coalitions work in multiplayer and the way wars work in multiplayer, where someone will join in a war that has nothing to do with them and that they don't stand to gain anything from, simply because they want to prevent someone else from gaining something, like they join just to be a nuisance, is a way more realistic system than you could ever model in a game. But people complain about it endlessly. Like the same people that seem to want those kind of systems in single player hate the multiplayer experience because of it features that so heavily, which I think is a great example of kind of the difficulties of turning player desires into actual gameplay mechanics that are fun to interact with. Someone's probably going to come reinforce that siege before I can finish it, so let's just take the money, the provinces, maybe one more? Ooh, I really don't want to get into too big of a coalition. Yeah, the money, the provinces, and bring this war to a conclusion. Okay, lots of pop-ups. You come back to the capital. You go, I don't know, here. Disband. 1, 2 of these. We'll keep one around just to bolster our numbers until the manpower recovers, because I don't want any enterprising nations to look at us and think that we're suddenly weak and they can attack us while we're recovering. So we gotta keep some mercs around just to give us the impression of strength. Okay, pay off the big loans first. The 1% loans can wait. Conquer the Dragon Hills, and that gets us National Manpower modifier for 10 years. Various next. And we need that for all of this. Fortnum, yeah. And then we still have all of these, which require us to go conquering against some other dudes. Okay, we'll get to that. For now, there's a merchant, and I'm pretty sure it's the same merchant again. Okay, let's prevent that from happening. Where do I have barely enough? 58, is that it? No, 52.2. And it's in this region. Can I increase this? Yeah. And hopefully that goes some ways towards securing our hold here. 56, yeah, we're much more likely to actually keep it now. Diplomacy, outrage countries. Please get everyone to not hate us. One more month tick. Irvingston. Oh, the League War's finished. And Tamarin is now the Emperor. Bell's Edge. Loses that. Okay, so how does it look? Is it as I said and they can't even fill the elector seats? Sure looks like it. Cyber Vassal, Elven Forebears. I'm getting trade embargoed by half the world. The coalition... Yeah, it's a bunch of small nations. It's really not worth talking about. Laurent is the only person in here that I care about. And Laurent is not strong enough to present a actually viable threat. I want to upgrade centers of trade, but I want to pay off my loans even more. Oh, colony's done. It's good for me to have these guys as strong as possible, so that they can contribute to the conquest of the north. Eucodron, yeah, you're making money. Good. Pay off your debts. And yeah, these guys are also making money and have no debts to pay off. Wonderful. You're not yet big enough, most of them, to get me that colonist. Alien should be, which means I'll feed this land to New Nimscop when I conquer it, and that will get them above the threshold as well. I should have a look at Venal and make sure that they're not completing their mission. What is Cascon? Colonial region, Colonial Engine, Colonial Owls, Colonial Delaire. A colony with 10 fully colonized provinces in the colonial Norun region. Because there's some mission. Yeah, I mean, it's the last one. Is it the last one? One of their missions makes them abandon the island of Venal. or abandon everything in Canor and move over to the New World. But I think because everything's been occupied by all the other colonizers, they can't make a, there's not enough room anymore for them to make a colony big enough to trigger their last mission. So Venos is stuck being my subject. I could integrate them at some point. Open up the relation slot. Maybe I keep that one merc stack around more permanently, seeing as I can afford it quite comfortably. Oh, 5.3% inflation. Ouch. That's pretty hefty. I didn't think I'd taken that many loans, to be honest. I did get an event in between that gave me 2% inflation, so that probably did not help. Now, with our improve relation modifier, we're losing a bit under 3 AE per year. So about 4 years will be enough for this coalition to collapse, which is pretty good. We're probably not going to be in a position to start another Old World war within 4 years anyway. Lots of manpower to recover. Loans to pay off. But claims still on Riveria, and we want Portland from Laurent. Is Riveria small enough to take in one war? Just about. Oh god, look at the dev of these provinces. It's gonna be so bad. We're gonna get such a bad coalition trying to take this. I really want to be overwhelmingly powerful before doing that, but I think colonial conquests aren't gonna cut it, especially because they're so bad at actually coming in and helping us. In which case, maybe I need to either expand north and sweep southeast, or from here and head into Sahel. One or the other. I'm thinking Sahel. There's still some conquering I want to do around, no, let's pay off the 4%. So, oh, we've paid the last one. In that case, that was stupid from me. I just took extra inflation, but I didn't have to. I do want to complete the missions. So I am somewhat incentivized to go for the old world first. I say as I click a mission in for the new world first, I say as I click a mission in the old world. Whoever here presents the easiest target. You're attacking someone, and you're a colony of Moonhaven. Added with such a hassle. You are on your own. And so are you. And that's Western, my, unfortunately, ally. No real good option. Or down here, mix the Pirate Republic. No allies, no anything, go for it. New Widderchand is mobilized, yeah? Oh, you're attacking someone, huh? All this who are in a coalition against me. Oh. There's a few countries I did not pay attention to that are in this. Normally you don't get coalitions stretching across the new and old world. Okay. Well, you seem to have this well in hand. Yep, that was finished. Now, can I convince you to use some of your many ships and troops to go and actually occupy provinces? Maybe? Between all my colonies, you've certainly got resources for it. Here, you. Instead of sitting on that island, go take some of these. You're gonna get them in a peace deal. Call West Ham into the war as if I need the help. You've got barely 20,000 troops and no allies. Only 34 ships do not stand between me and victory here. Yeah, we're covering all that already. I've got 5 defender points. Rival Uprising. Ugh. Ah, the Dragon Hills, the first new provinces we've called over here in quite a while. Okay. Apparently, a few ships and 20,000 dudes are standing between me and victory. So let's go commit some effort. What's the war goal? Shesh. Oh, we've got Shesh. Excellent work. Okay, so where's that capital? Over here? Ah, no, there's the little crown. Over here. Get my guys across the ocean. There goes the last of my drink. It's not as hot anymore as it has been last week and the week before, but it's still pretty warm. And I've got to keep the windows closed because some idiot somewhere is at random times throughout the day doing some kind of work that involves a exceedingly loud machine that makes this constant metal screeching. It's horrible. Okay, that's the last colony over here for a good while. I suppose we can go in on these guys? We can, as a matter of fact, and they're collected by land, so, like, put your bloody back into it, hmm? This will help a lot. Getting this colony bigger and occupying some of this. Maybe even attack these guys? Remains to be seen. You've arrived over here. You're taking their capital. That's excellent. All this. I don't know why the AI struggles so severely with naval invasions. Are you backing off? Are you backing off from them? There are 4 techs behind you. What do you mean? That's a 24 stack, okay. Perhaps I was being unfair. But not like a lot. Only a tiny little bit unfair. Bring this fleet down to these guys since they're no longer needed up there. Okay, I will quickly sort out mix down here. Shouldn't take long. And then I will redirect the fleet northwards to deal with that piece of conquest. Here we go. Occupying island nations is always such a hassle, having to transport across every little lip of land. The time it takes to actually do a landing. Are you one warrable? Let's see. 136%, no. That's unfortunate. I'll want this. I guess we leave you your capital. Actually, let's just go by war score. Take as many provinces as possible, so cheapest to most expensive. There we go. They control the province. Yeah, it's an offer we can refuse, actually. I didn't even look at their troop numbers before declaring. I just saw that it was a New World native with no allies and went, yep, sure. Tell them. Okay, where has this merchant come from now? Is this one that was seated somewhere before and has only now become available, or is this actually a new map? We'll have both of these. I guess some colony has grown big enough. Here, the longer the chain of merchants is, the more money I get at the end of it. Okay, split you up. We want to get this war done as fast as possible. Uh, 40 Republican tradition, yeah, absolutely. Re-elect the same guy. You're a republic only in name. Once you get into power, you stay in power for the rest of your life. Okay, over here next. You know, you could just surrender early because you're clearly defeated. I think that's also something that you only really get in multiplayer is wars ending when people see that they're clearly unwinnable. Whereas with the AI, you've got to convince the game systems that the war is over. But that's not really a fair criticism of the actual game itself, because there's just no way you could ever program that, right? Like, it's flat out impossible. How do you program game AI to recognize its strategic position and when it's better to lose a war to come back later instead of sticking it through to the bitter end? I wouldn't know where to even begin to try and put something like that together. This is unfortunate. I swear this province was like open before and I could colonize down here. Anyway, any of this? No, it's only down here. I could start looking into some of the other places I have access to, like to the north and around here. But that would mean splitting my focus again. I'd need to get another 5 stack to relocate up here and make sure the colonies don't get destroyed. We'll focus in the ruins for the time being and up north around here. I don't actually know what this region is called. Yin. Yin and the Broken Island, the Broken Lands. And then we can turn on the Ordnance and all the fake creatures. I don't know if it's possible for us to open that fairy portal that's supposed to be in the middle here, or if that has to be done by one of these guys. But it doesn't look like any of them is close to unifying the entire area under their control. And I'm not about to sit around and wait for them to get their stuff sorted before I move in. We don't have any passive bonuses to reduce that, so I need a new inflation reduction guy. Even if he's only skill 1 and we can't improve him. Okay, pay off all our loans. Very nice. So at this point we've pretty much recovered, besides the inflation, we've recovered all of the costs to taking loans and going way over force limit when fighting Garland. Alright, cool. Give me some money while you're at it. Coalition, Vertes, Laurent, Mix, yeah, no one. Alright. Get you up here. And these provinces have all gone to Hyra Cod Dobcods. The gnome names. This is heinous. Okay, another merchant. This all leads to places over here. I mean, technically, if I can get more of this to feed into here, it's more I can extract there, so we'll send a guy. Also completed a mission for New Nemscod. Global settler increase. This one's already done. Global tariffs. What's the final mission actually give us? 20% global trade power for the rest of the game. That's... I mean, it's a good modifier, but for completing the entire mission tree, I'd like a little bit of a funkier bonus than that, to be honest. Glad we could have gotten something cooler. We can take reform. Have a look. All power costs 2%. Possible advisors, autonomy change, no. Yearly absolutism, max absolutism, re-election costs. Absolutism, random candidate bonus, length of election term, no. So 2 yearly absolutism or all power cost 2%. 2% isn't huge, even if it is all power cost, which is a very strong modifier. I think the plus 25 maximum absolutism, meaning that we don't have to remove as many of these things later on, is probably the best option here. Reform progress, please. This has been up here for ages now. Are you guys actually going to rise up at some point? In 5 years' time, in 0.6 years. Okay, you are actually looking like you might rise up. And I don't have access through here, so that's going to be irritating. Okay. Base tax 5. Base tax 5. Where are my fleets? Okay, my fleet is arriving now. That's excellent. Once this war is done with White, how much we'll be able to take from them, I imagine, our colony should be way, way, way stronger for the next war. You know, once they core it all. Oh. Can we take these guys in 2 wars? 302% no. 3 wars. Okay, no disconnected land then, please. We could try and snake down the east so we can get access to Corin's Field as well, and to 3 marches. Potential war targets, like this. I connect that up. Yeah, that looks like a good peace deal. Alright, our army has landed. Basically means this war is as good as over. They are at Miltech 11 compared to our own 14. Really no contest. In fact, split the army up. Our army back home is almost back at full manpower. Telechanceling, yes. Yeah, it's almost back at full manpower, so that's excellent. Which means the rest of the manpower regeneration will be diverted to these troops. I really need to see about building some more barracks. And maybe deving the provinces the barracks are in. We are not producing enough soldiers. Making 1.2k per month, and I'd really like it to be a hell of a lot more than that. Unsiege our stuff first. Siege their stuff second. This is well developed enough it's not going to die to one little native uprising. Okay. And then since we have colony troops over here, I'll focus my own efforts on the forts while they can occupy the random provinces. I imagine I probably have the best siege modifiers, or at the very least I'm fielding the most cannons. Oh, go deal with that please. I need to stop hitting backspace to go back to where it was. It takes me to my capital, not whatever province I have in mind. Okay, what are you doing? For a moment I thought they were going to come sit on the siege with me, which would be useless. Yeah, spread out and occupy. Oh, another invention finished. Let's see what's next. Vanilla stall for trade efficiency. 20% infantry compatibility for artificer regiments. Or fire damage and morale damage received for artificer regiment. Does this capacity ever go up? Is this capacity even something I need? This and that are not... Like, if I turn this on... We lack the required artifice capacity to take this invention. It costs 10, we do have to. So I have to assume that this is also taken into account, and I don't know how to increase that. If I try to just click on... Okay, it doesn't do anything. How do I increase... Is it just 7 full stop? You can never have more than 7? Because I'd hate to have to give up all of these super good bonuses in order to buff my artificers up to high heaven. Like, there's a lot of nice stuff in here. Capacity, it gives you a whole breakdown of exactly where it comes from and what you need to do to increase it. You know, it grows on its own from 1650 onwards. You get bonuses for researching stuff before 1650. You get it from precursor relics up to 25. Get up to 10 from Dame's tier. And then we've got some from missions. But the active might just be limited to 7 flat out. Just 7 is the most you can have. In which case I'm pretty sure there's more than 7 artificer improvements, never mind more than 7 inventions that I might want active at any one time. Difficult. Technically that's a good thing. You know, it adds it adds strategic depth to the game if you're forced to actually make choices on what inventions, what modifiers are the most valuable and will serve your gameplay the best. But on the other hand, boy do I love stacking modifiers, and I wish I could just get all of them. You know, I always have a personal preference for, yeah, limit me early on, but let me put in the effort to unlock everything later on. but not everyone agrees with that. For a lot of people, the fact that you can get everything in the late game and be super, super powerful sucks. They hate it. They want to be challenged in the late game even more than the early game. Whereas I like to be overwhelmingly strong in the late game as a reward for the effort put in the early game. And these two ideas conflict kind of inherently. Stable government. We're almost capped on points and we are... Oh dear my friend. And we are not close to teching up. Dev a little. Yeah, down to just below, or just above 600, just below 700, thereabouts. Where are you trying to run off to? At the moment they are movement locked, they're done for. 4.4 to their 3.8, 1.9 to 1.5, yeah. Barely even be called a battle. Okay, and the capital is less defended than the other provinces. What's the terrain here? Farmland. Malakna, City of Warriors. That has not helped you. Yarnik is trying to coalition against me, but who cares? Garwood will almost certainly join the coalition as well once our truce ends. So really, we need to get the coalition to disband before then. Laurent is technically below the threshold for AE, but they hate me, so they're not gonna leave. Your is still above the threshold. You're below and could be persuaded. I don't need to get everyone to leave, I just need to get enough people to leave that they're below the minimum required amount. Okay. War will still go on for a little while so the fleet can come back and move those guys across. I probably should have had the fleet relocate, move them and then come back ages ago. Because I did know that there was going to be issues with rebels. I really could have foreseen this and prepared accordingly. Okay, last two forts that these guys own, they're on 73%. We might not even have to full occupy them before they give in. Oh, pardon me. Give me more admin because I'm taking the idea group. Peace off. Are you willing to bring a guy back? Are you willing to take my deal? Oh, you are. In fact, we can take more provinces. We've somehow acquired a little extra war score somewhere. What do I want to go for? We've got access down to Corensfield through here now. Let's grab... Oh, New Copteron has occupied these. Who's paying less for these? If I take it now, that's 7. And I'm paying 5. Yeah, don't be silly. I've got way better war score cost modifiers than you do. Occupy all these to myself. Transfer the occupation to myself. Yep, can take way more stuff like this. Alright, take the deal. Oh, and only that actually got given to New Codron, which means the rest of this is a separate area that I now have to core. I did not expect that to be the case. 1, 2, 3. And we have no access to core anything else. Okay, 1, 2, 3, and 4, 5 will have to come later. In that case, I'm keeping this army over here for the time being to deal with the inevitable uprisings that are now going to happen. We have caused problems for ourselves. We've also gained a merchant, probably from New Coderon getting so big. So let's take the trade from this frozen north. We can improve centers of trade. We've not got any, what's it called, any loans to pay off, so let's go for it. That's under siege, so we can't. Establish New Codron. Permanent claim on Resenta region and permanent claim on Forest of the Cursed Ones. That is all this. So a bunch of what I've just conquered. Okay. No rival selected. Vern. Who's Vern allied to? What problems will rivaling Vern get me? They're down here somewhere, right? Vern. There we go. Rivals of Fusla, Citizen, Pulse Edge, and Western, which is my ally. Allied with Amrenkos and Celiant. Istralor is their junior partner. Oh, Vern is very strong. You can see why they're a suitable rival for me. Okay, contact Not Jochen. This update, the glaciers remain empty. I guess that's future content. Okay. And our next mission is to conquer a bunch of this stuff. Absolutely, we'll go for it. I might even go straight for it. No, let's call what we've currently got problems with. Get whatever the colonial nation down here is going to be, and then we'll expand. No need to stretch ourselves too far. Made that. This is a new Nimscott province, so that's their problem, they can solve it. Meantime, oh, plus 0.6, excellent. Oh, more churches just cause. And for some reason the manufactories now cost 502? I got a malus to building cost? Don't know where from. I still have this guy sitting around. Hiring mercs costs army professionalism, so I do want to keep one, given the chance. Our colony of New Winchan has declared war on Wrath. This is not your colonial region. The separatists, kill them. And we have over 100% overextension. Yeah, this is not your colonial region. It is these guys. Not really anything I can do to intervene, though. Kind of bad, to be honest. Declare on them. Pretty much the best option I have right now. Get our other guys in and hope that they occupy some provinces. In fact, who's this? This army will call little blebs and can. Yeah, you prioritize that. And who else is here? New mob. New mob. Prioritize this. There we go. Get these occupied so that we can stop them from taking too much in the peace deal. You relocate here so you can reach everything more easily. Westham is willing to join, but I don't really want you to. And now, now comes the issue. You're getting too big. Too big and too powerful. Do you actually think you can rebel against me? Gotta get someone over here. Not on foot, please. Be sensible. Summon the fleet. Get them onto that. Hopefully we reach it in time. Do none of you have ships? Come on, transfer a guy over here and stop these guys from going completely out of control. They're already too big. I do not need them getting even bigger. Okay, so they're about to get that. Looks like we really aren't going to be able to do anything to stop them. Maybe I do get you to come march in from up here. Oh, they're splitting their stack. They're running in completely unopposed. Ugh. How big are you? Only 2 wars worth. Okay, so they're getting annexed at the end of this. If they take 100% war score. Yeah, I was too late. They're gonna occupy 100% worth before I can ever stop them. There comes my army, too late. More rebels all over the show. One of you there, one of you there. One of you here. One of you here. If you can get there before he moves. No. He's heading here. Okay. Everyone's rebelling. A weird situation to be in when you have to try and stop your own colony from expanding too much. Okay, you're gonna make it there. You need to hit here. Oh, completed. More uprisings. Where was that one? Back over here? No. Means it's up here. But our colony should at least be able to take care of that nonsense. Okay, you did not make it to this province before they were done, so you're not going to make it to the next one in time either. Alright, we've drawn... Those supplies are grain. Give me grain. We have drawn a border around them. They won't be able to claim anything outside of this, but this is already substantial. You're way late to the party. You can head back up here and take care of the rebels. Of course, one of the rebels is sitting on one of my few provinces I can actually core up here. We do get that one from the colony, so that puts us 1, 2, 3, 4, And with that, 5, and then we shouldn't need to core anything else, it will all get given to the colonial nation. This is a wasteland province, and no need to worry about that one. Grab that. Treasure fleet, nice. Okay. Let's spend some of our money instead of just letting it sit there. Take that. Earn these and get some manufactories. I don't believe for a second that I'll actually get the manufactories institution. The following must be true. Has a naval equipment, weapon manufacturing, textiles, plantation, news station. Oh, global trade. What's the highest trade node? Not the Dragon Coast. It's probably going to be either Anvencost or like Vertesk or Dame's Crown. Dame's Crown. Looks like it's Anvencost. Let's have a look in the ledger. Trade nodes total. No, it's the Gulf of Rahan actually. That's the most valuable. Then Everfill, Dame's Crown, Genie Cost, Rune Sea, both wines, and there's the Dragon Coast. We're that low down. We have really not managed to seize the bounties of the New World, despite the amount of colonies we have over there. Painful, painful. Gulf of Rahan. What's that? Juvenile Gate, Bahar, Rassen, Lavasara, Bulwer, Sahel. Gulf of Rahan. Here, this one. Ah. Yeah, there's a lot feeding into this trade node. Very, very valuable. Can't really contend for it, especially not against a command. We are gonna get AE on us if I suddenly eat half of Bouvari, or would it even be half? 310%. Third of Bouvari. Yeah, that's not happening. We're not spawning that institution. Oh well, the institutions almost never spawn in my lands anyway. Something you just gotta accept at some point. You can fairly consistently get at least a couple of them in single player, especially I like to play Timurids into Mughals, and getting global trade in the Persia node is pretty consistent. Especially as you start to move into India, it's not at all difficult to funnel a bunch of that trade into Persia, and because you easily conquer the adjacent areas, you can actually keep it there instead of it getting siphoned off. A very, very good trade node. A general has died. Oh well. Have a spare. Group all these guys back up again. And we'll keep them down here for a minute. In case stuff gets occupied by rebels or by whatever army remains of this guy. Where am I currently getting attacked? Yeah. Let's deal with this. Let them in. Is that the only province? Yeah, that's the only place getting attacked. In fact, each up while you're... Cool. Colonies finished down here. This is in progress. We've got a monopoly on this. It doesn't look like these guys are expanding. Yeah, they're not colonizing, so we can take our time occupying all of this. Let's focus on the north where there is competition. We are full on Diplo power. Let's promote some mercantilism. We're almost full on mill. Let's in some provinces with good manpower modifiers. There we go. Yeah, you now control that, doesn't matter. Peace offer from Haraf. I'd rather see... Huh? Occupies this? Oh, they now. What do you think you're doing? I'd rather see what the peace offer you make with my colony is first, and then decide what I want to take. Actually, is... Oh, I can't take anything. Because in a region can Blerican... No? I need them to peace out and give me adjacency. Maybe not take any of this stuff. Oh no, this is Samir's again. This is not my land. Hey guys, you're all down here already anyway. Kill these people. Kill them. They're so annoying. Where's the fleet? Over here. Excellent. Plague be upon you. Genuinely. Here and here, so I don't care about it. The Mirces is such an irritating country down here. Where's your capital? Over there. Get me these guys and occupy this. Cobalt sabotage. The kobolds are integrated already. I don't have to cuddle them when they're doing something wrong. You've battled that, good. Actually, take care of the actual army first and then we can unoccupy all the rest of it. I think those are the guys standing on one of the provinces. I need to... Well, we're just going to click a couple more of these to make sure we actually get over 5 because I'm not certain how well I counted that last time. Preoccupied with all the other stuff going on. Send you up here. Oh, we've still got one colonist remaining. Okay, fine, send him down here and get them there. I think that's the best spot to reach everything from. Okay, you've got that. These are pretty small rebel stacks, so we can split up and deal with them. What the hell has happened to you, huh? Is it your Sahar? I guess that is in the Yosa of Vels Fadek. Got some kind of messed up pseudo HRE situation happening down here. We've got a few of those in the mod, like this nonsense and the actual HRE, and then we've got like the 1-0 over here as well, and I think the Lake Federation kind of counts as well. Messy, messy stuff. We now control the province. Oh, we are managing to stay in the positive as far as manpower is concerned, so that's nice at least. Okay. These are ticking up. Various conquesting avenues. Where is that? These guys. Oh, because Riveria owns this nonsense. Ah! Everyone is spread across like 3 different continents. Really quite a nuisance. No, you have to divert and go up here and deal with them. Exactly what I was worried about has happened. Where were you hiding these guys? You've got 3,000 random troops just pulled out of a hat. Probably in the one province that I haven't managed to explore up here. This is actually my guys and not Samias's. With land in my lands. Very irritating. This is New Winnetsham, which means they're gonna get another province. The very scenario I sought to avoid, and here it is happening. Okay, well, they've landed there now, so nothing I can do about it. Might as well turn the army back around and try to get that island. Another idea group finished is nice. Income from vassals, liberty desire, and settler increases. Settler chance 5%, settler increase 10. 15 minus 50% native uprising chance. Now I'll stick with that. The Admiral is dead. Long live the Admiral. Oh, what is our naval tradition? 61, huh? Normally in my Navy tradition is garbage. Oh, we've actually managed to do pretty well for ourselves this time around. Eagle Crested separatists are preparing to rise up. But none of my provinces are actively being sieged down, so that's fine. Samiasas manages to do naval landings. What the hell is keeping my guys from doing it? Pull yourselves together, please. Okay, you've managed to take some of the stuff over here. Fair enough, well done. But please transfer occupation to myself. Good. What are you doing? Hello? Go go and siege that. There's no fleet stopping you here. The AI is bizarre sometimes. Genuinely bizarre. Just stands there staring at a province. I know you can sometimes like shake them out of a stupor by reloading, but EU4 is not the quickest game to reload. I really don't want to have to wait 5 minutes every time the machine gets confused. Again, maybe that will change soon when I've got some computer upgrades coming in. It might all run a little faster. But I think this stuff is more a CPU than GPU issue, isn't it? In which case, the upgrades I've got coming aren't really gonna help. More manufactories, they make so much money. Okay. How long are you gonna keep it up? Minus 73, minus 54. I mean, eventually Call for Peace is gonna kick in and War Exhaustion is gonna start. Hopefully for New Edition first. Even if it's not for them first, I'm more willing to sit through it, I think, than the AI is. I'm just gonna put that to the side and let the top action tick once I have enough money saved up. Let's quickly destroy their navy while we're at it. So whether it's better than mine or not, they simply do not have enough ships to contend with what I bring to the table. And that's the way you really win naval battles in EU4. Just have 3 or 4 times the amount of ships as your opponents. War golems. Shock damage and shock received. Infantry combat ability. I'm not so fast anymore about which ones we pick, because we're going to get them all at some point anyway. And we're not changing which ones we're using very often. Okay, their fleet isn't completely destroyed, so let's move across, catch them off. We've lost the Conquest CB against these guys. That's fine. Okay, over to this island. How much can I take from you? War score, cheapest provinces first. But do take that one, whether it's cheap or not. Anything else that's like neighboring one of my provinces so that we don't get the colors mixed up? Okay. That's most of the reason why this nation needs to go. They've got the same colors. Okay, the only thing I can't take is their capital. Excellent. We have them full occupied? I couldn't tell you because I struggle to see which ones are their provinces. We've got that occupied. Transfer that to me. Be silly. Okay, we've got these, we've got that. We've got this, and this I've just done. So we just need to unsiege our own stuff to take away their war score, and then we'll be good. Part of our patrimony. Okay, wait for these two to finish, and then there is a new colony. Hierarchy Upper Yin. Which means that there's going to be a Lower Yin colony. Okay, so likely this stuff is part of the colonial region for Gomiokand. So it's not so bad if New Widdichin takes this stuff, because Gomiokand will get all of the triarchy at some point. Some point soon, perhaps, if I choose to click this button. And we've got most of the north stuff occupied, and that will be the Lower Yin. Probably all of this, yeah, if it's split like roughly down the middle. So this is Upper Yin, this is Lower Yin. Some of this is a new Kodoran. So it's very hard to say where the exact lines will be drawn. I hope they make, that's one thing I really hope that they make that all neater in EU5. Even if it's not necessarily realistic, just to soothe my OCD, make it a little bit neater. Okay, anything I need to core here, or does it all get assigned? Yep, it's all gone over to my colonial nations. This is Western. There's some random guy owned by Mix. How much has Mix got left? Is it less than 50%? Yes, which means even at double price, I can kill them here. Perfect opportunity. Another guy down here, sure, Leechton's. Already got good trade power there. We can take a tech. More tech, Lamoral, more tactics, good. Maybe that will scare some people out of the coalition. Maybe? No, unfortunately not. You guys are never gonna leave because you despise me. Laurent also despises me. So does Pianic. You guys are gonna leave at some point. So are you. Pretty sure they would have left by now if the auto-assigned, if the auto-assigned diplomats were a little better at what they do. But for some reason they never focus on, like, beyond a certain level of improved relations, they'll just stop. Even if improving more would actually get people to leave the coalitions. And I just saw a "they now control" pop up and I didn't read it fully. I didn't know what that was for. Let's get our guys over here and attack the Triarchy. I know they're a fellow, as well as say a fellow gnome nation, but that is a goblin. They follow the fort though, but their tech troop is goblin. Hang on. Good goblin. Fifth gnome. Tinker gnome. Province history. Taurus. 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 Discovered by me. Taurus. Was discovered, yada yada yada. Became uncolonized land. Was annexed by Gomoport. Became a core of Gomoport, was annexed by Mestikadu. Liberated, was annexed by Mestikadu, was annexed by the Triarchy. Oh, I thought the gnomes over here had formed a nation, but no. The goblins have formed a nation that just so happens to follow the fort. Speaking of our religion, are we done harmonizing these guys? Almost. 92%. Okay, well, you've got 40,000 troops and up-to-date tech. Not one of those battles that I can just sweep aside without a care. Okay. Bring the other half of the army down here. All these uprisings are in my vassals. They can take care of themselves. One of the good things about having lots of colonial nations is that even if they're independently stupid and incapable, collectively they will help each other out to the extent that they can at the very least deal with rebels and stuff like that. Oh, this is still a colony. This is a colony actually done by the colonial nation. Wasteland. I don't have anywhere I can send this guy. Unless I choose to start going over here. Suppose I may as well. Our colony's odds of survival aren't high, but they're not zero either. So we'll let them try. Give it their best shot. Treasure fleet comes in. Build more buildings. Maybe some more army. No, 500 doesn't seem worth it. Oh, you know what I should do? I need to start upgrading the old fortresses. And that's going to be very expensive because, of course, the new fortresses cost more money to maintain. You're not just spending on what it actually costs to build them. Is that all my castles? Wow. Perks of being a small nation, I guess. But hardly any forts to look after. Huh. Okay. I'll take unexpected positives. A couple of these trade buildings, because those are some big numbers. And another manufactory. Alright. Someone's risen. up, go deal with it, and then come back down here. You're still making peace offers, but I want you to peace out with these guys first. They've got the higher war score against you. This colony is done. Make the next one. How far away are you? That's still a little while. Ah, you weren't fast enough, damn it. Get over there and please try to be quicker next time. I'm not sure if these guys will start their own wars against the natives while they're in a war alongside me. You're in debt. How much? Not that much. It is worth occasionally going through and keeping a little eye on how your colonies are doing. You're 2.5k in debt, my friend. How have you managed that? That's a lot of debt for someone with 3 ducats of income. Meanwhile, New Portland has 1.6k just sitting in the bank. No one has ever taught these guys financial management. They have no idea what they're doing. You're good, you've got money. You're fine. You're fine. A bit under 100 debt, that's not so bad. No debt here. And you don't have debt, but you are running a deficit, so that's not great. Well, most of the colonies are doing okay. I'll take the skill 3 improve relations guy. Maybe I should fire this guy and look into getting a higher skill inflation reduction guy. We've got enough money coming in that we can afford to roll a few times. That's the skill 1 again. Get rid of these. It's fine if he's low skill, but then he needs to be of a culture that I can actually promote. No inflation reduction right here. Oh, and there's the wall. And you've taken a lot. Taken a lot. Okay, let's occupy the rest and be done with this. Bearing is no longer sending trade power my way, that's fine. Oh, there comes the last of their troops back in again. You're over 100% war skill cost, so I can't annex them. Come on, just give me the guy I need. Occupy this. You head up here, deal with their remaining troops. I wish they couldn't just get mill access from everyone and their aunt and disappear into the fog of war. It's very difficult to track down the last few guys, because they're just going to hop off here and then I'm never going to find them again. Go kill that. This entire situation over here in the New World has taken long enough that I've actually managed to recover my manpower in the meantime. We're back up to 30k. Alright, I'm pretty sure I should be able to take provinces adjacent to provinces my subjects own. Maybe it's because there's no route. Do I have to wait for this one to core before I can take from here? Because the other option is that I have to hand this land over to Gomiokan directly. Which is not ideal either. We'll give it a minute for this core to finish while we siege down the last few provinces. We don't really need to. They're already at 99%. But I want to see if I can take this land directly. Because if not, this is going to become very irritating. Yeah, take that. Soldiers' households. Deny all rights except red and man. Deny. What are the rules? Unite the colonies, allow colonies to grow. Unite. I've also just realized that my music stopped. I forgot to hit loop. I have absolutely no idea how long that has just been silence. I was so engrossed by the game, but I did not notice it. My bad. Apologies. Let me have a look. E4. Make province adjacent to subject. There we go. No, I don't want to take provinces away from my subject. I know how to seize land from them. Take province adjacent to subject in Easteel. Not sure. And as is the case of EU4, it can be very, very difficult to find that kind of very specific information. Okay, we'll just have to give this a second and see if it becomes possible. If it doesn't, then I guess I just give this southwestern part over to them. That means New Woodland is going to grow completely out of control. We will have to like declare an Evermus quickly and then go down into who's in charge here? Bells Fadirkai, so we can take all of this and prevent them from growing north and going completely out of control. This colony is finished. I have nowhere adjacent I can send anyone. I guess we're doing more colonizing in the frozen north. Oh, there's no natives up here, so it's actually completely safe as well. What about over here? There are people over here. And there are people up here. This looks like we've got another harmonization event. Very nice. The study of rift watching. Soaked in rice wine, Damesteer, known to the Heraphic as Selda's blood, burns in Soaked in rice wine, Damesteer, known to Heraphic as Selda's blood, burns in braziers throughout the lecture hall. Its alcoholic sulfur scent clings to the air, overwhelming the rosemary which covers the walls. Accompanying these smells is the resonant hum of an automated organ, simulating a synchronous tune first discovered 248 years ago. 10 Ruinborn sit in the room, their eyes closed, mimicking this hum. They sit on tiles patterned with geometric waves which tell the stories of gods and origins. If the tiles had been painted 50 years ago, they would have only portrayed Xeldos, the water god, bleeding so that mortals could create beautiful inventions from his blood. But now it also shows the dame in the sky, crying comets of brilliant blue which gift the earth her power. The Heraphic know that the thoughtful do not worship the dame, but this does not matter to them. Two gods, one of water and one of sky, brought the same substance to the world thousands of miles apart. Cultures like the Thoughtful and Horrific sprung up around these deposits, and they both understood something fundamental long before they knew of each other. That Zelda's blood, Damesteer, is the root of all creation. When they finally met, they embraced like long-lost friends. Their collaboration started immediately. The Horrific Kuras were delighted by artificery, and in turn told the Thoughtful of the Rift Watchers, the rare Ruinborn who could see not just through space but also through the past, the future, and the elemental planes. The Rift Watchers' powers were inconsistent, but they knew of some conditions that sometimes increased their ability to see other worlds. The Thoughtful began to study and maximize these conditions. This hall is now host to a religious experiment. 1,000 studies and rituals use different herbs, sounds, and feelings, but they all lead towards the same goal. The Thoughtful, inch by inch, are turning Rift Watching into a science. Interesting. We get Harmonized Horrific until the end of the game, giving minus 10% infantry cost. Hang on a second. That's not the religion we're harmonizing, is it? Or that's that group because the where is it? Yeah, the Ruinborn, isn't that the guys down here? Yeah, Ruinborn. Yeah, the Ruinborn are the guys from the New World, and what I've just harmonized is the Skaldric faith, the Garudian religion group, which says yearly prestige plus 0.5. But this is the event for Horrific and infantry cost. I might need to file a bug report on that one. That is very much incorrect. Okay. Oh, not the worst thing. Very interesting event though. I've enjoyed every single one of these harmonization events and how it portrays the religious interaction and the kind of, well, the harmony between the beliefs, the harmonization of how they see the world. It's honestly some of the best kind of world building. How long will this take to turn into a core? A while at the speed it's going. Oh. That's a subject province, they can deal with that themselves. What was the other thing I just saw I need to deal with? I don't recall. Something else was wrong, but I don't remember what it was. So... oh, wrong one. No. Donmi Ocken, which is Ocken, these guys. Well, that makes me more confident that I am correct, and it's because they don't have the core here yet that we can't access any of this. Presumably, if these guys finish their cores, we will also have access, but that will take a while as well. Or if we come from the north, but we'd have to get through here. Why aren't we getting through here? Where are you colonizing? Do you have the money? Levenskind? Levenskind? No, you're running a deficit. Let's give you subsidies of like 15 ducats for a little while. We can afford 15 ducats easily. More manufactories, please, thank you. Okay, we have to wait and see what happens when this call completes. If I can take the stuff myself, then perfect, that will be ideal. Otherwise, it has to go to these guys. With 2 colonial nations bordering this place, someone must be able to take these provinces. It would be ridiculous otherwise. Uprisings are happening in my subjects' lands, not in mine. I guess we can technically turn our attention to you now, can't we? Unless there's a rebel uprising over here, there shouldn't be any issues. Selinigum. I have no diplomat to send. Okay, he's 20 days away. Have you hunt enemies in the Torn Sea? Yeah. West Island to your coast. Nah, mostly it's Torn Sea. Alright, you go do that. We've got a diplomat now. This province, declare war. My one army should be enough to contend with theirs, even though theirs is bigger. But we've got all of our colonies here as well, so this should be a very one-sided battle. Why does someone always get angry right after I declare a war? What are you even upset about? War exhaustion, mercantilism, relative naval power, Diplo rep, and yeah, from 742 developments. Ugh. And 10% from tariffs. Can I decrease tariffs? Yes, I can. You suck. You genuinely suck. You will not win. If you declare war on me with your 64,000 dudes, I am killing you. Yes, more colonizing modifiers. Always welcome. Done yet? Nope. The more we conquer, the easier the conquests get, as everything gets connected, and I no longer have to rely on the AI trying to figure out how to do a naval invasion, which is entirely beyond their power. Okay, Separatists, we'll get to you in a moment. Let's first send him here, and this guy here. That is a colony problem. Yeah, now that we've got... It is in a way good that this has been conquered. I would have preferred it go to this colonial nation instead of this one. But either way, it's good that we now have a connection, which means these guys are actually going to come help. Instead of sitting there when I was attacking Samirsa's, which is just off the coast of them, and simply refusing to engage. Model's off to the side again. I've tried to figure out what causes this, if it's a lighting thing, if it's the exact angle my phone is at, but there seems to be no consistency. Sometimes I can stream the full 3-4 hours and the model stays exactly where it's meant to be, and then other times, like now, half an hour and it's gone off to the side. For no good reason. Oh, fleet battle. Good, we've managed to catch them out. Yeah, it does a lot better in fleet battles when you're facing only one opponent, because when there's multiple, your fleet will get confused whether it should chase one stack or another, and then stacks will bounce in and out of port, which makes the confusion worse, and it will just kind of turn back and forth on the spot, not knowing which direction to go in. Okay, we can turn the focus back off. Oh, 2 learning events back to back, huh? Yes, Diplo points because that's what we're low on. Okay, how's the coalition looking? Real quick. Still exists. How upset are you? You really should be out of this coalition by now. Come on. if your opponent is below 50 AE and gets above 50 relations, they will leave a coalition. In case anyone's wondering what I mean with they should be out by now. If they've got so little AE modifier with me, then the diplomats that I've got improving relations should go and sort that for me. Okay, that's been caught at last. And I don't have a diplomat available. And now I can take all the stuff, personally. Sort by war score. Take the cheapest. I want a quantity of provinces. There we go. I might even not take these and take the capital instead, just so this is cut off. But no, this is going to go to Gamiokand anyway, at which point that becomes moot. Take that, take this. Good. Get me my guy back. 3, 2, 1, there we go. Diplomat. Sure, I'll take your money while I'm at it. There we go. Okay, this all goes to Gamiokand, and this I take myself. I'll have to wait for them to also call so that I've got a connection through here and can call that stuff. So this here will be, if this is the upper yin, then this will be the lower yin. And Blaziken doesn't extend far over to here. I assume that they cover the whole Eordand region. Okay. Anyway, where are your troops? You're supposed to have 53,000 of them somewhere. And I'm not seeing any. Oh, there they come. I'll siege the capital and then redirect my troops towards hunting down their stacks. It's probably easier to leave the colonies for the sieging. In fact, I've never actually set priority for them, have I? Yeah. All of you focus on sieging the enemy. Dynandahill. I don't want to... Araphic group infantry cost. That's the one I got the event for just now when I harmonized the Garudian group. Get me these guys as well. We'll see if I get the Garudian event from them. Cool, head up there. Get that sorted. I'll have to check back periodically on whether I can get these guys in. We're trying to remove the coalition. Please don't join it. The fact that they have Laurent means that I can't really scare the coalition out of existing, because Laurent is never going to care how many troops I have. Not unless I get like 100,000 stacks or something ridiculous. That is unfortunate. You can see they're scared of me because they were about to stop here, but they keep going because they realize there's an army chasing them. But at this point they're surrounded. You've got nowhere to go. I've got enough loyalty from you. You can lose some. Here, not yet. Ooh, they're not. This is going slowly. You must not have some great bonuses, huh? I don't think my colonies are military powerhouses. Hang on. Ah, okay, just a 1k stack. I saw them settle here and then saw this pop up and for a moment was like, hang on, I don't own this province. I shouldn't be getting this pop up. Oh god, it takes so long to move between these provinces. I've seen some videos recently of Isaro Productions playing 5-4 over in Brazil, and man, the time it takes to cross from one province to another in that extremely undeveloped land. Painful. You guys sort yourself out. It's not like colonies can actually go to war with each other, so all they're really capable of is complaining a little. Our truce with Goward has ended. That's unfortunate. I was strongly hoping that I might have the coalition disbanded before Goward is capable of joining it, because that's a lot of force arrayed against me. They might get funny ideas that they're actually capable of carrying through an attack. I should have invested more effort over here into getting this coalition removed. Okay, I can call this. There's 1 out of 5. Cool, another invention done. Get me the next one. Speed we're going, we might have the entire artifice tree. All provinces with growable trade goods get plus 15% production efficiency. Wow. At this point we might have the entire invention tree finished before we even reach 1650, when artifice is supposed to kick off big time. We're way ahead of the curve. Wait, you're actually managing to succeed here. I'll be having that. This colony is done. Okay, where do I go for next from here? I guess here where I don't border anyone. Come on, don't. Okay. We might get there in time. Another colony is done. Oh yeah, I've got more options over here now. So actually, up here, here's this, Western. I look in a direction for a split second and immediately everyone else goes, oh, we can colonize here? Go away. Anyway, I don't want to colonize here actually. I want to divert my efforts into this region. Sure, let Western colonize that stuff for me and I can take it from them later. Oh! Damn it. Just slightly too slow. 2 out of 5. How much can we actually take from you? Gonna want to prioritize the coastline, I think. Okay, we can get over to their capital. Yeah, this looks fine. We'll won that pretty much instantly. 20%. Ah, there's their army. Some of this is not occupied by me. I'll need to fix that before we peace out. Get the maximum. Ah, times like this make me wish I was running a Harpy Nation and I got the movement speed bonuses. Come on. You can get there eventually. Okay. The nation leaves. Where else? You've got only -5 on AE. You're about to leave because you've got like no choice but to do so. Magisterium. The temple is also about to leave BPEC then. Once there's not enough, but there will be enough members between Yannick, Goward and Laurent and how much they hate me. The coalition is not going to dissolve, unfortunately. Which potentially means we might have to attack Garwood and Laurent together. Now that's a fight we can win with the amount of money we're bringing in and how many mercenaries we can hire, plus we're going to be getting artificer regiments. I've got a good amount of money and I should really invest it in getting those artificers set up, even if I'm not running all of the inventions because of the 7 invention limit. Okay, 90%. Even if I don't manage to chase this army down, the war is pretty much done. Alright. You. This is all not occupied by me. Now it is. Yeah, that's all mine. Bring the diplomat back real quick. Give that to me. Alright. Yep, that looks like the pistol I want. Coalition, Garrett, Queetle, Velspakar, the Triarchy. No one I'm worried about. Ooh. And then up next is like what, these guys, and that brings in Mix, and I think Mix is still below 50% cost. Yeah, which means I can annex them even if they're not a co-belligerent. Alright, bring the fleet over here. That being said, we have been going for over 3 hours. I think I might actually call this stream at this point. It's been a very successful one. We've luckily not had another game crash, which is excellent. Whatever the issue was the last time around, it's resolved itself with a reload. Our colonies have grown substantially. This colony may be a little too substantially because it is now big enough but it's getting disloyal. But it's also boxed in, right? Like which with this... Yeah, this province held by me, this province held by this colony. They're now boxed in. There's a couple nations in here they can still attack. And there's this stuff to the east. Hell's Edge and Minnow. Yeah, they can't take that either. They'll get that later, but they can't take it right now. So New Woodshen shouldn't grow much bigger than this. Domyelkin is going to get pretty big between a Triarchy, Haraf and these bits here and there. So they might become an issue. If Levinson gets the entirety of the Order, they might get a little rebellious. But if only 1 or 2 is rebellious, then they're not going to actually declare, because look at the sheer amount of colonies I have. They will lose that for sure. Okay, let's have a look who is online, if there's anyone I know, or if there's anyone doing EU4 that I might be familiar with. No, I don't know any of these guys, but we might as well just raid one of them. Okay, so let's go for that. What day is it even today? It is Wednesday, my dudes. I will probably be streaming again on Friday. I don't think I'm going to do a stream tomorrow. But I might. If I do, it won't be a game stream, it will be world building or writing, whichever I end up doing. I should actually get the raid started while I'm talking. There we go. We will be going to Lang, who's playing EU4. Looks like Inca, all DLC, no mods. Well, what is Twitch doing? Something is messing up over here. Something is messing up a bunch. Okay, maybe I won't be doing a raid because my Twitch stream manager has gone all kinds of funky. Okay, weird internet stuff. I'll have to look into fixing it. In that case, thank you very much for watching, and I will see you next time.